Good evening and welcome to NOiSE on Jorvik Radio. It is Tuesday, the 27th of August 2024, and you are listening to what I'd like to say Matt and Ben from NOiSE, but it's not, because Ben, unfortunately, is not with me. So this week I was pondering, what can I do? Who am I going to call on who's going to help me out? Because I've been doing, when I've got to do the odd one by myself, I thought, hold on, I'm just doing greatest hits one. Surely I can come up with something more creative. So I thought, right, I'm going to start phoning people who I know. And the first person I called said yes. And he's here. And with me this evening is the marvellous Harry Arnison.
Very, very happy to be here, Matt. Nice to see you, as
No,
always.
absolutely wonderful. So we're going to have an evening with Harry. I'm going to put this one up on video as well. So it's going to be one of those ones. We've got Harry in, who was with us about a year ago, and we're going to catch up on his story from there, hear a few songs from him, and hear some of his choice cuts. If that's the right word to use, or if that's a bit cheesy, I'm not sure. But we're going to start off with one of those. So all the tracks, except one, I think, maybe two, are picked by Harry tonight. I think I put a couple in.
Did I not send enough?
There's a couple missing, but it's all right. I put them in. I thought I know where I can put in from there. So we're going to start off, maybe not how we're going to continue, but we're going to start off in a similar way what we might do on the show anyway. So this is a nice opener. This is needs very little introduction. This is the Arctic Monkeys, and this is I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor. And that is one of Sheffield's finest, the Arctic Monkeys.
What an absolute tune that is. You know, I went to see them live at the Don Valley Bowl in Sheffield.
Yeah.
But it was like one of the better gigs of my life, but then also the most disappointing, because they just played Tranquility Base Casino and Hotel. And they just played songs from there. I don't really like that album.
No.
I don't like too much from it. They didn't do any of the classic ones, you know what I mean? I don't think they played When the Sun Goes Down. I don't think they played Mardy Bum. I don't think they played Riot Van. They didn't play any ones that you go, well, at least that I went to see them, if I went to see those songs, and they just didn't play them. They played all Tranquility stuff. It's a bit disappointing, but still, one of the best bands ever. One of the best UK bands.
They've got a link into York.
Have they?
Yeah.
How?
Well, when they were first starting, they wanted to play Fibbers in York,
Right.
and it was their desire to play that they recorded the first demo to get it to then play the gig, which they got.
Yeah.
And that was their first recording. The purpose was for to get the gig.
That's crazy.
Which is weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
but then it's only Yorkshire, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
only like 3/4 of an hour up the road, let's be honest. It's
Yeah.
Sheffield, so.
No, it's not too far.
Yeah, but so that one is quite a rocking song. And just to introduce again, we've got Harry Arnison, who is a singer-songwriter from Leeds, and Harry is a kind of youthful chap. You're 23 years old.
23, that's it. 23 years young.
And you've been a musician really since as young as you can remember. It was down to
I played. My mum always says my first concert was in nursery, which I don't know if I'd agree with. I don't know if you could call it a concert, but I played Puff the Magic Dragon for my nursery class when I was like 3 years old, and they had to. I just kept going. The teachers had to come and pull me off at stage, and I just kept playing it on repeat over and over.
It's one of them songs that it just carries on, doesn't it? It's a bit like there's a few kids' nursery rhyme sort of things that they just loop, don't they?
Yeah,
and forever.
I think as well I just didn't want to get down as well. It was just a case of I just wanted to. I was enjoying the moment.
I got one of those kind of how do we stop moments.
Yeah. I got my taste for the limelight, I think.
Oh, that's cool. So you've been out playing, and you play in two different sort of ways, don't you? You've been going out for quite a few amount of years with yourself and a guitar in the way that you would expect a singer-songwriter to be going out. And then I think last time we had you on the station, you were forming your band at the time.
Yeah. So that's been going really well. We've had played a big festival just gone down in Bristol, which you came along to, didn't you? And we played the main stage about 1:30. I think by the end of that, you could say there were a couple of thousand down there by the end. We had a really great gig. Hopefully we've got a few more things. We've got a few more gigs booked up, but yeah, it was the best day of my life, that biggest stage I've ever played.
Oh, it was a big
and
one.
It went down really well. Obviously, it's not like the whole festival was there, but the people that were there seemed to really enjoy it. And then we got some good feedback when we got off stage, which is always nice. So yeah, it was just a great festival, and we just spent weekend just laughing and joking and just having a good laugh on camp and stuff. It was great.
What I noticed that was quite funny going down to that is that you're on a main stage of what would be considered quite a major festival or a breakthrough one. There's thousands of people that were there. It was a proper big stage.
Yeah.
Is that what I noticed about Hugh Harris is really quite charming and lovely, is that you had no rider, like zero.
Yeah,
so you got like waters and like
Yeah.
I think an apple and a couple of bananas were there. It was like bare minimum, and it's like, no, that's fine, that's all we want. And then any of the kind of VIP camping area, you went, oh no, I don't bother with that.
Yeah.
And we just camped in with everyone else.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I think, especially if you're going to go camp for a festival, you want to be in amongst it, don't you? And let's be real, Sophie Ellis Bextor, we're never going to be in campsite.
No, she's not going to be camping next to us.
No,
you can go and have a chat with her because you were hanging around with all those
Tiny
you wanted to
Temper, one putting a pop-up tent up, no doubt.
Yeah, and then I also noticed that also when we went backstage, when you were warming up and stuff, is that the consensus was like, oh, you've just come here, what time are you leaving? And it was like, oh no, we're camping for the weekend. I brought some beers with me, and we're gonna have a right laugh. It was like it was like you were doing a gig from the side of being like a punter. Which is quite an experience, really.
Yeah, no, I to be honest, I thought like most people that would have been like us, like relatively unknown. Like there was a lot of up and coming artists on at the festival. Do you know what I mean? And so I thought a lot of them would have been doing what I were doing and just try to take it all in and try to take it for the experience that it was. I thought if I'm going to go down like my first big festival, I want to stay the whole weekend. I want to get in amongst it and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Seemingly that they like to have spotless clothes and look pristine, whereas
I don't.
Whereas you just had a right laugh instead.
Yeah, I just had t-shirts and shorts on.
There's nothing wrong with that. They are performers, and that is utterly fine and normal. But just seeing the contrast of this, it's I think it went down an absolute storm from that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back and play some of the songs that you've chosen, and then we're going to ask you to get your guitar out and play a few songs on the radio as well.
Nice.
So we're going to go back into the next song, or the song that you would like to have as your next piece, which is quite an older song, which is by Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole, yeah. So my grandma, one of her favourite singers is Nat King Cole, but that's not actually how I stumbled across the song. To be honest, now I think about it, I'm not quite sure how I found the song, but I just absolutely love the tune, and I did it at the sixth form that I went to. They had a jazz night. I ended up going to quite a posh school. I got like a bursary to go to a posh school, so they had like a jazz night on, I think it was like the end of the year, like September or something like that. Sorry, not September, August time, something like that. They had a jazz night where we all came in.
Yeah.
And I sung Stardust by Nat King Cole. I sung it there and it went down pretty well. But yeah, it's just an absolute beautiful tune.
You got a jazz voice.
Yeah, I love singing jazz. I mean, I don't do too much. Epicurean's a little bit jazzy.
Yeah.
But I don't sing too much jazz from a writing side. But I love singing jazz in the shower.
Well, let's go on to that. So this is the marvellous Nat King Cole, and this is Stardust. And there is Nat King Cole.
Those ending strings, man. So good.
And we got Harry Arnison with us here on NOiSE on Jorvik Radio 94.8 FM. So going back on to Harry Arnison, so you picked Nat King Cole. I mean, he's got such a wonderful voice. Yeah. He's got such a tone. Now, your tone of your voice is quite interesting because you're a tall chap, aren't you?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'4". My mum insists on me adding 3/4 to that, but I'm like 6'4's plenty, mum. I don't need to go around adding the 6'4".
So you don't go.
You do that when you're 5'1", don't you? When you're 5'1", you say 5'1 and 3/4.
So you do the opposite.
Yeah,
like you're kind of 6'5".
Yeah, I'm 6'5" really, but yeah, 6'4".
So
I don't need that extra foot.
When you're that and when you were larger, size, you are obviously going to end up with, larger vocal cords and chest and all those kind of things, because you're literally taller and kind of larger from doing that. So that seems to have like quite a kind of a deep tone, even when you're hitting high notes. So do you find that you struggle with your voice sometimes, or the straining, or anything like that? How do you cope? Because your gig volume is crazy. I think you're playing 6 gigs this weekend or something.
Yeah, so I played one last night at the Bootlegger in town, which is a bar in Leeds. I've got one tonight over in Garforth, and then I've got 4 tomorrow. So I've got 6 gigs over this weekend. I played 5 gigs last weekend. I've got 5 gigs next weekend, including 2 festivals with the band. So it's pretty constant, but it's kind of like it works in the opposite way you'd probably think it would, because it's like the more you gig, the stronger and more consistent your voice is. So like on weekends like this where I'm gigging loads, my voice will probably, the last gig tomorrow, it'll probably start to waver a little bit on the final gig, but it's like it's almost like it gets stronger the more you use it, obviously.
So you're thinking more like how someone that's making the muscles stronger in a gym is more towards that kind of work, rather than straining it, where you get some singers that may not necessarily have great technique and they might have amazing voices. A good example of that would be a lot of the rock singers, or someone like Liam Gallagher, who without a question of a doubt, for a rock and roll voice on those first couple of albums, he can put anyone to shame for that style, but it seems to have taken a bit of a toll,
Yeah, see, I'm not, because I've never really been taught. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to comment on my own technique for singing. I just know that the more and more I do it, the easier and easier I find it, and the kind of the more and more I can gig. Like I say, a year ago I probably won't be able to do 6 gigs in a weekend, because I've just gradually been building it up. 4 gigs a weekend, 5 gigs a weekend, 6 gigs a weekend. It's just kind of become natural, and you kind of play it. You play it by ear a little bit as well. So like tomorrow I've got a brunch in the morning, kind of like 11 till 12.
That sounds like a nice event.
So that's what I'm doing.
Eggs Benedict.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing in the morning. But like that sort of stuff is going to be more relaxed. I'm not going to have to be straining and shouting. It's not going to be up and dancing songs. It's just going to be a nice chilled out one. And then again, I'm playing 1 till 2 at a pub over in Pollington. Again, it's middle of the day. No one's drunk yet. No one's wanting to get up and dance. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a relaxed thing. It's only when you start getting past 6, 7 o'clock where you start thinking, right, well, I'm gonna have to sing hard and loud and energetically, and that's what takes it out here. Do you know what I mean? I could sing.
It's probably when you're pushing it beyond what you should do, but you don't realise it at the time.
I could sing for 7. Singing stuff like Fast Car and slow stuff like that. I could sing that for 7 hours straight. Do you know what I mean? It's no problem.
Well, I think we should then use that as a perfect opportunity to hear one of your songs. Yes. So, you got your guitar with you.
I have,
and it's a lovely Gibson over there.
Lovely Gibson.
And so what's this song? It's one of your original compositions.
Yeah, this one's called I've Got Something to Say. I wrote this song when I was about 12 or 13, I think. Quite a long time ago. I played it at the festival that we were talking about earlier on the main stage, which was quite a surreal moment to have a song when you wrote when you were 12, kind of playing it to a couple of thousand people and stuff. It was quite a 12-year-old me would have never thought that song would have seen a stage, do you know what I mean? So it's quite fitting, really. But yeah, this one's called I've Got Something to Say.
This world is getting old, it's aging with stories untold. And this world could take its final turn unless we all can learn to call it home. Something I know you need some space, some room. I've been traveling, wondering, thinking about everything, holding on to something I can say to you. And now that all these times have changed, we're all looking for someone to blame, except for ourselves. And I don't know if it's 'cause we're all scared of what is coming next, or how it ends. I've got something to say to you, and I know you need some space, some room. I've been traveling, wondering, thinking about everything, holding on to something I can say to you. I've got something to say to you. I know you need some space, some room. I've been traveling, wondering, thinking about everything, holding on to something I can say to you.
Thank you.
And that is the Andrews Sisters with the Boogie Woogie Boy.
Bugle Boy
Of
of Company B.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened to the one of Company A?
I'm not sure. He must have already, something already happened to him. I'm not sure.
That song's really familiar. I'm not sure if it's adverts or movies.
Yeah.
It seems like it's been in. It seems like as if it represents. What was that from the 1940s? Is it what period is that?
Yeah, I think it's 40s or 50s, isn't it? Well, it's probably 40s. I just thinking about because it's on about the war really. Company B is obviously
right.
Company B is like a unit in the army. So yeah, I think it's. I just think it's. I don't know why I just find it so catchy. I could listen to that song all day.
Killer harmonies.
Yeah, and I just.
They're really tight, aren't they?
Yeah, I just love that tune. I tried to go for more of an old school vibe today when I was picking the songs.
I noticed.
Yeah, so I've tried to go for because I think the last time I came on, I went for a more rocky indie selection. Okay, yeah. So I thought I'll switch it up and give because I've got quite a lot of influences. I could do it in every genre.
And so. this show is all about kind of the different genres. I mean, I think that we'd probably class ourselves, if someone was going to say what you're about, we'd probably be classified under a kind of rock, I suppose. But we play all sorts, from soul music, pop music.
Yeah.
We play hip hop. We play a lot of country. We play all sorts. So everything that you're saying is, I think we try and sum it up that it's all about the song.
Yeah.
But quite often, like songs, as in like what you would consider like a song being melody, words, and then chords underneath that. They usually come out as being usually played with a live band. So most of those tend to be rock orientated in the way that we see it, and that's how the show gets influenced by that. But we do love all sorts,
I've just got such I like you were just kind of saying, really, like just if it's good music, it's good music, and it don't really matter what genre it is.
Yep.
Only thing I have to stay clear of is screamo.
Screamo.
Yeah, do you know screamo?
No.
It's like extreme heavy metal.
It's
like heavy metal times 2, and then the singer.
Is it beyond death metal?
Yeah,
is it like that?
Yeah. So it's basically like death metal, but the guy doesn't sing; he screams.
Yeah.
So it's just like I went to a gig once, and the headline band, they weren't as heavy as the support act, but this support act, I couldn't listen. I had to go out for a cig outside. Yeah,
it's not good music to fall asleep to.
Absolutely not to fall asleep to. Not even to listen to. I had to go outside. I couldn't stand it.
Well, I think we should go back to another song. So because we've got you on here to play some songs, and then we're going to talk about some gigs you've got coming up. Yeah. So you're going to play your second song, another original.
Yeah.
So what's this?
This one's called Someday. This one.
Okay. And this is Harry Arnison on Jorvik Radio with the song Someday.
We'll meet again someday, maybe a couple years from now, when I can take you back to my own place, spend all night trying to figure out how we gonna start a family. Baby, let's have 2 or 3. My answer when you ask it, well, I hope the kids look more like you than me. I've been staring in the mirror, can't get any clearer that I can't stay. Looking at the bigger picture, I know I'm gonna see you some other day. 'Cause we were too young to be in love, and I wanted to tell her that she's the only one for me, that she'll always be. And I can wait as long as it takes, for I hope to come back home. You know I'll count down the days when we're in some other place on some other day. We'll go off and live our own lives now. Maybe find somebody new. Oh, but at night when I'm staring at the sky, just don't be that all I see is you. I couldn't go with anybody else. You're more a part of me than I am of myself. And if you feel like the only way to go is to head down different roads, babe, I'll keep you close. 'Cause we were too young to be in love, and I wanted to tell her that she's the only one for me, and that she'll always be. And I can wait as long as it takes, but I hope to come back home. You know I'll count down the days when we're in some other place, on some other. Well, we met again the other day. It's been a couple of years by now. Well, I can take you back to my own place, yeah. We'll watch movies on the couch, and the rest you figured out.
And there we are. That is Harry Arnison. Amazing sound. So I think we should give Harry a little break, and we're going to cut to a song now, and then we'll get back after that. So we're going to go to Tony Bennett with "I'll Be Seeing You," and that is Daniel Caesar with "Get You." And before that was Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett, yeah, what a tune. It's End of the Notebook, innit? That's what that's from.
Oh, okay.
The Notebook, Nicholas Sparks. The one with, what is it, Rachel McAdams?
I've not seen it.
Yeah,
No.
It's like one of them rom-com, well, I suppose it's not even a comedy, but one of them romantic
Just a
films,
rom.
isn't it? It's just, yeah, it's just
a rom.
just the rom. It's just at the end of that. But yeah, it's good. I just love his voice, the staccato. It's almost like an instrument, the way he plays the voice, you know.
Yeah, he likes to stab it, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's really good.
And then the other one was a new artist to me, actually, so I've not heard of Daniel Caesar before.
Daniel Caesar's the man. He went through, I can't remember what it was, but he had a bit of a kind of a scandal with something like a couple of years ago. I can't remember what it were about now, or something on Instagram or something like that, I think. But yeah, he's just so good. His voice and his new take on like jazz kind of. He's got like, it's all jazzy, all this stuff, you know what I mean? But he's so cool, and he's just a sick guy. His album, I can't remember what the whole album's called now. It's it's called like Freudian. That's it. It's Freudian.
Okay.
That album is one of the best albums ever made.
Is it?
You should definitely listen to Freudian if you haven't heard it. It's so good.
I
So
like
many
it.
good songs.
It's just new to me. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's massive.
Yeah,
there's just so much music out, isn't it?
A lot bigger in America, I think, but he's so good. So I've been to see him live. Actually, it was incredible live. Yeah. Incredible.
Well, speaking of incredible live, let's get you playing another song. So we said we were going to be doing that. Let's get your guitar out.
So this one, I thought I'd do this because it is a mashup. It's not an original.
Okay.
But I think it showcases my influences quite a lot, which might be quite. I don't know if any of you out there really care anyway, but I thought it might be quite nice to to put it on, at least for myself anyway. So, let me just quickly. There we go. Sorry about that.
Sheila goes out with her mate Stella, gets poured all over her fella, 'cause she says money ain't no better. And the next man kicking up fuss, drunk she stumbles down by a river, screams cold in London, guess none of us heard her coming, guess the carpet weren't rolled out. Shawty get down, good lord. Baby got 'em open all over town now. Shirley bitch, she don't play around. Cover much ground, she got game by the pound. And getting paid is a forte, each and every day. To play away, I can't get her out of my mind. I think about the girl all the time. Yeah. East side to the west side, walking fat rides, it ain't no surprise, no. Got tricks in the stash, stacking up the cash. She's fast when it comes to the. By no means average, she's on and she's got to have it. Baby, you're a perfect 10, wanna get in, let me get down so I can get in. Like the way you work it, no diggity, by the bag it up now. Like the way you work it, no diggity, by the bag it up. My face above the water, my feet can touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon. Every time you're not around, I'm slowly drifting. Met this girl late last year, she said don't you worry if I disappear. We told I'm not really looking for another mistake. Got an old fan thinking that the trouble would wait, and then I jumped right in. Later return, I reckon she was only looking for love to burn me. Gave her my time, 2 or 3 nights, and she put me on hold till the moment was right. Went away for a month, so until our paths crossed again. Told I'm not really looking for a friend, but maybe you can swing by my room around 10. Bring a lemon and a bottle of gin. We'll be in between the sheets till late. And baby, if you wanted me, should've just said I'm singing. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket, and I'm on it, looking for a come on. This is awesome. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. Yeah, I'm on it, looking for a come on now. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. Only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. Only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. There's a few more to be fair, but we'll leave it there.
Absolutely brilliant. Are you going to play another?
Yeah. This one's just a short one. Kind of still in the middle of writing it, but it's called Old Sayings.
There's an old saying that goes, don't look for love, it finds you on its own. There's this old place I know where I looked for some but couldn't find a soul. And now I was really looking hard. It was just like trying to find a ray of sunlight in the dark. Well, maybe I should, but then maybe I can't. If she's anything like the last one, she'll get sick of my remarks. So it goes. So it goes. It's the way it goes. Those old sayings are getting old.
Little ditty.
And that is that's John Mayer with Stop the Train, This Train. Sorry. And that's a live version.
The live version, my favourite. That's one of my favourite songs ever, to be fair, Stop This Train. It's just about like getting older, and it's just put so well metaphorically, you know what I mean? Amazing tune. That whole concert's unbelievable.
He's a multi-instrumentalist. I can't even say the word.
I think he can play drums and piano and stuff, but he doesn't live. He just plays guitar live. But he's one of the best guitarists you've ever seen in your life. So he probably should be playing guitar live.
Now you play piano, and I know that I've seen it on some of your videos on YouTube or on your socials, but I've not seen you play any piano live. Then, so like how did that happen? Are there any other instruments you play?
No. So I only play key. I used to, when I was like in year 9 and 10, I started trying to learn the drums, and I got okay at doing like a basic 4/4 beat and stuff. You know what I mean? But nothing. I never continued with it. And then piano, I sort of picked up. If I were getting a bit bored on the guitar, I'd go sit and play at the piano for a bit, and I kind of picked that up through my music teacher, Miss Curry. She helped a lot with learning the piano, and Mr. Sharp as well. And then so I've used it as a writing tool for a few years. But I could comfortably play it live. I would be no problem playing it live. It's just I don't actually have a good enough keyboard. The thing that I've got at home is like one of these big electric pianos. I couldn't take that. I couldn't take that to a gig. I need like something like my keyboard player's got with like a Nord or something like that, and then I can play it live and just have it set up next to me and can sit down for it. But yeah. Yeah, I've not played it live yet. I'd love to though.
Are you thinking of playing his a bit on stage?
I could do, yeah. That's what I'm thinking at some point. Because the song that I played earlier in the hour, Brewing Tragedy, I play that one on my own. The band goes off for that song when I play it live. So it'd probably be a similar sort of situation with this, with the other song as well. So yeah.
Do you write differently when you play piano?
I guess when I'm playing piano, it's a more chord-driven thing because I'm newer on the piano obviously than I am on the guitar. So it's not like I could on guitar I can figure out a melody in my head and kind of get there on the guitar. Whereas with the piano, it's much more difficult. So I start off with the chords usually. If I'm writing, I just mess around until I find something I like, and then kind of loop that and then write to that. That's kind of how I write a song on the piano, and it just gives it a bit of a different sound. And I sing a bit more ballad-like when I'm playing piano because it's obviously that's what that instrument's for, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, I suppose when I'm talking about like a natural grand piano sound,
Yeah,
I think it lends itself best to like big ballads where it's just the vocal and the piano. That's where you can really hear the most out of a grand piano, I feel like.
Jerry Lee Lewis, goodness gracious. And all
just
that.
like stuff like Adele. A lot of Adele stuff is just very piano heavy with her voice.
Yeah.
And that's really the two main things going on. You've got some strings and stuff in the background and bass and stuff, but really it's about that Easy on Me.
I love Billy Joel. I love a lot of the early 80s and the 70s, Elton John.
Again, that was a piano and a great voice, great piano skill.
Amazing.
And
amazing songwriting.
It goes well together.
Yeah. So let's go back to some of your music. You're going to play the song that is, I think this one's the most requested of your songs, isn't it?
It's and probably because it's been the one that's out the most, so it's one that most people have heard. So this one's called Epicurean. Like we were saying earlier, it's like the first song. I felt like I'd stepped up a bit of a level with the writing. Before that, it just felt like I was kind of piecing together other people's songs, but I felt like I got my own voice with this one.
I love it when she wears those tiny skirts. I love to stay out late till our heads both hurt. When she gets home, she puts it in reverse without asking her. Movie nights were later, she gets shy without makeup, and neither of us make much, but it's cool. Because I don't have to tell ya when I could be feeling better. She speaks softly as a feather, says don't worry at all, oh baby. Na na na, na na na, oh, ooh, oh, 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 na 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 na. I won't pretend that she don't pick a fight, but I can't wait to spend my Sunday nights with a girl who knows perfection doesn't come with a price, apart from coffee in the morning after sleepless nights. Yeah. Na na na, do do do, oh, ooh, oh, 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 na 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 na. Where will this life take us? Is it more of just the same stuff? I must still not make enough to see us through. But I don't have to tell ya when I could be feeling better. She speaks softly as a feather, says don't worry at all. God only knows when I'm down, you will put me back together. The looks that you give me when we go out, girl, they make me think of pleasure. Don't think we would ever, no doubt we could never run out. Something out of my dreams, so caught in the scene. You're Epicurean, baby. Na na na, oh, ooh, ooh, oh, 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 na na na. nah, nah.
Amazing. That's absolutely brilliant. So give you a little bit of a break again. We'll go back to another song. So this is by American artist Hellbound Glory. This is Malt Liquor.
This is Harry Arnison on Jorvik Radio. The next song coming up is I'll Be by Edwin McCain.
And that's Edwin McCain with I'll Be. That was an acoustic version.
Yeah, very nice. Love the tune, that.
I picked that version for you.
Yeah, his voice is so good.
It's great. So we're down to the last section, Harry.
Yes.
So it's been brilliant that you've spent the time to come and join us. And like we said, that you're playing the Field of Dreams Festival in Escrick on Friday.
Yeah.
And if people are going to come and they want to listen to you, what would be the best way for people to listen to your music?
So I've got a lot of original music out on Spotify. If you go to just Harry Arnison, you should be able to find it. Also Instagram and Facebook, same thing, Harry Arnison. On YouTube again, Harry Arnison, you should be able to find it. I've got a couple of YouTube videos out too. So yeah, just my name basically everywhere. Hopefully I should have a website coming soon as well.
And you've been playing a lot of gigs clearly, because you said at the weekends you're playing six gigs. Is that how?
Yeah, I've got 6 this weekend.
But you've been playing mainly in Leeds and sort of West Yorkshire. Mm-hmm. So again, if any venues in York would like to put Harry on through your social media, it's not going to be that difficult to contact you if you want to put a gig on, and in between all the festivals you can still come and play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those type of things.
Anyone who wants to get in touch,
great.
I'm always happy to play.
I think we should play one more song.
One more song.
What are you going to play for us?
Might do a song called Friday Nights. Just have to quickly.
Okay.
So yeah, this one's called Friday Nights.
I'm sick of the Friday nights where you just get wasted. I like cats coming down like plane wrecks. I'm sure there's more than this. I'll be poor right down till I get my paycheck. I'll spend out, but I know I'll waste it now on things I don't need to live. And I know this life ain't right for me. I know this more than I can see in the distance. Can't keep a line on the pictures to show me. I know this bruises, know this pain. Life blows past like the pouring rain if you let it. So I keep going till I get it. Don't forget it. Oh. I'm sick of the Friday nights so we don't get nowhere. Lose my mind while I swipe my phone that I know this ain't my calling. I know there's a world outside, but I just can't face it. Leave more time for this life I'm wasting. I just feel like I'm falling. And I know this life ain't right for me. I know this more than I can see in the distance. Can't keep a line on the pictures to show me. I know this bruises, know this pain. Life blows past like the pouring rain if you let it. So I keep going till I get it. Don't forget it. Ooh. So tell me, can you feel the fate? This body to my door again. And baby, I can see your page. I can see you've heard before. And I was speechless ever since you left. Thinking, baby, I need this just like I need it. Only take me somewhere. Take me somewhere.
Well, that's been amazing. So I've got to say again, thank you, Harry. Thanks ever so much for coming into the show. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I know you've got gigs coming up all over the place from there. Have you got any releases that you may be coming up? Have you got any of that planned?
Yeah, so one of the songs I played earlier in the show, Brewing Tragedy, I'm in the process of getting that made into a proper produced single at the minute. So fingers crossed that'll be out soon. And then there's hopefully a little live video to go along with it as well. So
you're expecting that to be sometime later on this year, is it?
Yeah, definitely this year. Could even be September, possibly October.
Okay. Well, when you do get that released, do you fancy coming back in? And what we could do is we could do another show where you only play one or two, maybe with acoustic, and we play some of your recorded stuff, so people can hear what you sound like from a full recorded band, and maybe we do a session like that. Would that be all right?
That sounds good, mate.
Great. So one last thing is, if people want to see Harry, he's playing this Friday at 7:00 at the Field of Dreams Festival.
Field of Dreams,
and that's
Escrick
in
Park.
Escrick. It's his third year playing. Obviously, the first two times weren't good enough, so they're seeing if he can do it right this time. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah,
all right. Okay. So thanks ever so much, Harry, for coming on again, and we'll see you very, very soon. Take care.